Hello everyone. So the Jan 25 paper is out and this is a continuation of the series where we try to give you the important questions or trying to predict the paper that would be asked. So it is safe to say that we have crossed I think over above 50 marks of the paper that was expected. So let's go through the review, let's go through the questions. I think overview, considering the students and me looking at the paper seems to be very manageable, bit on the lengthier side, but I think they asked very straightforward questions, and our students or most of you would be able to attempt this in a proper manner. All right, so let's quickly go through the questions. We'll keep this video short and sweet. So question number 1, examine the validity of agreements under the provisions of the Indian Contract Act and justify your answer. So ये question was directly based on types of contracts which we predicted in our expectations. If we look at the important question, we had different types of contracts covered over here, and the questions themselves were very simple and easy. The first question talks about the contract being a valid contract, the second one would not be valid, void ab initio, and the third one, all right, here also it would be void. Okay, now since we predicted all of these, now we come to question number 1b, Harmony Foundation. Now this question is directly on a Section 8 company, which I told you the Companies Act 2013 would be coming for at least 20 marks. It was true. They have increased the weightage and we have Section 8 company to marked as very, very important. Okay. Now, moving forward, Justice Articles of Association including the entrenchment. The next question is on AOA and the entrenchment provision. Same over here, we have marked it important. The first topic, AOA and the concept of entrenchment. So I hope you were able to answer this question very comfortably. All right. The question after that, minor admitted to the benefits of partnership. Very, very safe to say that even this was marked as important. All right, so we have here minor, section 30, all concepts marked as important. Moving ahead, MNO, a supplier of components. Now goods to be, it was a case study question where in a brief, the goods were in a deliverable state. So once they are delivered, the risk passes to the buyer. So we have marked this also as important under sale of goods. Where did it go? All right, we have rules of delivery, passing of property in the case of ascertained or unascertained goods. Both the parts, the question was divided into two parts. The first one was ascertained, and then they said, what if the goods were not ascertained in the second half of the question. All right, then we have the next question. A purchases a motorcycle from B and uses it for some time. Again, this is a question that is pertaining to conditions. Now we have condition as to title over here. We had marked the entire unit as important. All right, unit 2, conditions and warranties were important. We did not directly predict it, but okay, we expected this question or expected this unit to be important for exam. चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं. Articles of Association, ये paper, this question was a little can you say offbeat, something which we did not expect to come directly. It's even if it's the question is simple, but this Articles of Association was marked important, but the shape or form was not predicted. Okay, then we come to LLP. LLP ka agar legal requirements tha, then after that we have acts of the partner. All right, acts of the firm for liability of the firm for the acts of the partner. Sorry, that's liability of firm for the acts of the partner. Section 25 to 27 was marked important. This particular question was for this particular question was from section 26. Okay, again over here under the Partnership Act we had marked this section 25 to 27 as important. Moving ahead, public financial institution, the definition was marked as very, very important. We have definition of public financial institution that is marked. We had predicted this for the paper. Now next, agreements which are opposed to public policy. Again a straightforward question जो हमने mark किया था over here. It's given, where did it go? Agreements. Point number 7, agreements opposed to public policy. Fantastic. So up to 55 marks we have predicted, and I hope you guys were able to attempt the paper with ease. All right. ABC jointly promised to pay some to pay D a sum of rupees 6,000. Can they do it? Yes. What is this? This is performance or discharge of a contract. Is joint promisor. The topic is on joint promisor. Again, this was marked as important over here. A joint promisor is marked important. All right, rules of compensation, I think my students would be very happy. We have negotiable, under negotiable, rules of compensation is marked important over here. A direct question was asked, it was not tricky at all. Okay, after that, Indian regulatory system, we were expecting Ministry of Finance, but they asked a very simple hierarchy of courts. We have Supreme Courts, we have High Courts. All right, so I think you would be able to attempt this question. The next one, reserving the right of disposal. It was on Sale of Goods Act. And you will be surprised to see we had marked this important as well. Reservation of right of disposal. After that, we move to the next question. All right, and the summary of this question was he bought a car, he checked it, but he was not able to find a defect bit which could not be found without reasonable inspection. So these are conditions. The question is pertaining to condition and specifically condition as to sample. Okay. After that, types of partner and dissolution was asked as a part of the same question. We had marked types of partner as important. Straightforward question. I think you would be very, very scoring. Okay. After that, we have marked undue influence. That's also there, marked as important. Essentials of undue influence. Moving ahead, Anjali purchased cosmetic. Again, this was regarding negotiable instrument. Whether Anjali is liable to honor the promissory note. We saw this. It was signed it was holder in, the question is pertaining to holder in due course. We have types of negotiable instrument marked. It was not directly asked, but somewhere covered. Okay, essential characteristics of each type of negotiable instrument. After that, there was another question. All right, now rules of presentment. This we had marked very, very important, and a straight up question was asked in the exam. Okay, agent's authority or sub-agent. Agency was marked as an important unit and commits rights. What are the rights of the buyer? Even this was directly marked as important in our prediction for your January 2025 exams. All right, so Indian Contract Act, the agency, special type of contract we had marked. All right, so we have done this as well. All right, so this was a brief review of the questions that we were expecting in the exam and the paper that was set by ICAI. Fair expectation, fair paper. I hope all of you will pass. All the best for your next exam. Thank you so much. Take care and bye-bye.